All right, guys. So this is version 1103 alpha of Night of the Dead. And one thing they did was letting traps work if they have power, even if they don't have any cell uses left. Now, you still cannot wire them if they have no uses left. So if they have no uses left, you cannot wire power into them. Um, but, and I'm going to report this as a bug since they change the fact that if they have no uses left, but you provide power, now they worked. And this allowed me to do this beauty here. So what is this? Assume there is a long path leading up to this place, right? So the zombie goes through its um, the grinder, and then it gets to the last part uh, of the base. And after there's going to be a pressure switch like this, right? It's going to be a pressure switch like this. And I will put something after the pressure switch to delay them a little bit. But when they step on this guy, the power to this bridge is going to be taken off, and it's going to power that bridge. So they're going to go back here, and then they're going to go up here, and when they step here, it will change again. Now, the interesting thing here is that they don't need to be pressing, right? So nothing will happen to either bridge when there is no one pressing anything. Now, if you press the thing, it will change the state, and you can press it again, it's going to stay the same state. So only when someone comes here that is going to change, right? So how is this done? I have talked about it before, but let's go over it with the tool here. Now you cannot see the wire while this thing is off, but as soon as it gets power back, there is a wire. Okay, and I can still see this one because it was already showing the wire. Right. So both, well, one thing to notice is that the count is empty, right? So I need to place this guy here, the trap door, then upgrade it, but not run power to it, and then run zombies through it until it gets the count gets empty, right? So this one. So you see this count here is also empty, right? Now, both the switches have power, and the power is always on here. I wish it indicated with a blue light that the power is on, but because it's a switch, it doesn't consume power until someone is turn it on, and the pressure plate switch is on when someone is on top of it. So that's why it doesn't show the light, because it's not consuming power. So both of them have power. It's coming from there. You can see there, that's my battery. So they have power all the time. Now, both of them will come here. So it's these two lines here. And no, it's the ones that go up. See this one and this one. So one of them is going on this OR switch, another is going to this OR switch. Okay, these are the two lines, this and this. These come from the switch. One going to one OR switch, another go on the other OR switch. Now, before we go into the other entry to the OR switch, we're gonna go see what it links into. So the OR switch goes into an XOR switch. You see, both of them go into the XOR switch. And the XOR switch get power from these two cables, which is always on. So those pressure plate switches are always on. Sorry, it's not OR switches, OR gate. Those both pressure plate switches are always on, and one entry of the XOR gate is always on both XOR gates. So this is always on here, this is always on here, and the other one comes from the OR gate, right? And each OR gate is connected to a pressure plate. Now, this is where it goes interesting. So the XOR gate, I'm going to a light just so you can see what state is it at. So right now we have the the right light is on, right? So if I'm facing the thing this way, the right side is on. Let's step on this plate here. Oops. Now this is not infallible because the trapdoor itself is not infallible. Sometimes zombies will walk through them without activating it, or they will walk through them, activate, but they still get through. And you see how it takes a while with a zombie on top of the thing to activate it. So you might have to do something to make them stay on the pressure plate a bit longer. Anyway, so we switch that to that side. So left side is on, and the left side here is on. Okay. So the light is just to indicate which side is on. Right. So this light is coming into this battery eliminator, and this light is coming to this battery eliminator. Right. So, and you can see here, this wire here is going into that bridge. Right. So that's a trap door is powered from the side, which makes sense, right? The light comes here, so this side is active. This side, you can see the light there. That light there is going into that side, into this trapdoor. Let's go back to the other trapdoor for a moment. Okay, so this light is on, this light is on, and this light here, this is going into this trapdoor. Now, besides that, there is one other thing that is happening here. There's another cable that is happening here. So this cable here is going into the opposite OR gate, right? So this OR gate is being fed by the left side. The left side is coming here. Or is it the left side or is it the right side? No, sorry. That's going out. These are going in. Now, okay. Yeah, they're crossing. So the right side is coming here into the right OR gate. The left side is coming into the left OR gate. So that's this line here. It comes all the way into one of these, can't tell. And then each battery eliminator is feeding the opposite side. So this battery eliminator is coming here. And this battery eliminator is coming here. And that's just the magic. The fact that you take the battery eliminator from the opposite side and combine it with the OR of the switch is what makes the light change. Now, why is that? Well, you have the OR gate, and the OR gate has one input that is always on. right? So both our gates are receiving power from the battery, so it's always on. Which means that if there's no power here, this will be on. So let's get here. So this is receiving power, and there is no power here. So it has power. The power goes there, and then the power comes here, and then from here the power exits from here and goes into the OR gate. So there is power in this OR gate, so it sends power here. But because this is always also have power, it always have power, both sides will have power, which means this will be off. All right. Now, suppose I step on a platform there. So suppose I step on the right side, right? So the right side comes into the right OR, right? We have here no power here, power goes here, so no power, right? Both are on here, so this is off, and this is off. And because there is no one stepping on the plate, this is off. But as soon as I step there, this will turn on, which means there will be power here. The power will go here, and then there will be power on both, which means that one will be off. So it will turn off, it will come here, this will be off, and then the power that is going to the OR gate is going to be off as well. And because there is no one stepping on the other plate, that will be off. So it will cease to be on, will become off, and because it's going to become off, it's going to be on and off. Then there will be power here, which will come here and switch on the other side, and at the same time provide power to the OR. And because there will be power here, then when the zombie leaves the plate, it doesn't matter that this will no longer have power, because this will now have power and will activate the thing. Now, this is confusing, I know. You can look up SR latch on the internet. So that's stands for set reset, which means one side, if you provide power to one side, it sets. Provide power to the other side, it resets. In this case, it means like this is the output, so this is reset right now, and this is the inverted output. So if it's reset, then this is on. If it's set, this is on, and the inverted will be off. You can look up SR latch, that's LATCH, on the internet, and it will explain how this works. Or you can go back to the beginning of the explanation of the circuit and look again. But let's consider that until you, and then you can like make this in your game and see how it works. So let's consider that. That power will come here, right? And we'll power this. So there will be power on both sides, which means this will turn off. So let's step on that. And you can see that one side turns off first, and then the other turns on. This is part of why it works. So it provided power here, right? Which meant this turned off. Once this turned off, then the power that was being provided to this one went off. So this is now off, which means this guy can be on. So that is on, come here. This is on, so it comes here and provides power to this OR, just like I was stepping there on the switch. So one is the switch, and the other is the other light. And if we can step there, so this is, oh, okay, that one changed way too fast. I try to make it like get it on an intermediate state, but eventually it will always set on one or the other if there is no one pressing on both plates. If you press on both plates, then that's an invalid state. It can be, I think, both lights will turn on or something like that, or they'll switch between on and off. I don't know. Something strange will happen. But that's it. And that means you can have two different paths on your herd base, and then at the end, you can have a switch there, which means that if zombies start reaching the end, and I'm assuming that the path is enough to kill any zombie. So if any zombie reaches the end, that means the path is no longer good enough, and it steps on the pressure plate, and that will break that path and turn the other path on, so you can go and repair the old path. Of course, to repair the old path, you have to figure out a way of getting to it without actually being in the path, so they don't reach you. But that's besides the point. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you for watching.